Hello guys, welcome to Accspedia. Today we are going to discuss about GST and its categories. To understand the categories of GST, you need to understand how this particular revenue is shared by the central government and the state government. Of course, GST is an indirect tax which is a revenue for the governments. This GST revenue is equally shared by central government and state government. That is the buyer's state, the state government of the particular consumer, the buyer of the goods. So this particular tax is shared between central government and state government equally. For example, if it is 18% of GST, 9% will go to central government and 9% will go to the state government. That is how this central government has framed this particular tax sharing revenue. Okay, now to understand this category, this GST is broadly categorized into two based on the transaction, that is intrastate transaction and interstate transaction. Intra means within, inter means between, which means that both buyer and seller are in the same state. If buyer and seller both are in a single state, then that is called a intrastate transaction. So in that case, for example, let's assume there are two buyers and sellers. Buyer is in Tamil Nadu and the seller is also in Tamil Nadu. And this situation is called intrastate transaction. Now, why we have to divide this into two? You see, the revenue has to be shared between central government and the state government of the buyer alone, buyer state, not the seller's states. In this case, actually seller is the one who collect the tax. Seller is also in Tamil Nadu, buyer is also in Tamil Nadu. So this buyer state only has to get the benefit of this half of the tax. Since seller is also in the same state, he can give this to Tamil Nadu government, that is a buyer's government. Seller government, buyer government, both same. But seller is the one who collect the GST and he give it to the government since he is also in the same state. Suppose if buyer is in Tamil Nadu and seller is in Kerala. So in this case, you see, seller will sell the goods, he will collect the GST, half of the GST he can put it to central government. In both the case, half of the tax has to go to central government, that is what this one. And the remaining half has to go to the state government. Here in this intrastate transaction, the seller, buyer are in same state. So there is only one state involved. And this state, half of the tax has to go to the buyer's state. Since seller is also in the same state, he will record that as a separate state tax and he will give it to the state government. Half he will give it to central government, half he will give it to state government. Here you see, seller is the one who will collect the tax. Of course, half of the tax he can give it to central government, as central government is only one. For both, whether it is inter or intra, central government, that is Indian government, is only one. But whereas state government, he is now involved in two states are involved. Seller is in Kerala, he collects the GST and he is in Kerala, but he has to give this state government to Tamil Nadu. Whereas seller is in Kerala, he is the one who collect the tax, but he cannot give this half of the tax to Kerala government, because the tax revenue sharing clearly says that the benefit has to go to the buyer's state. So he has to give it to Tamil Nadu government. Every time he cannot go to Tamil Nadu for depositing Tamil Nadu's tax. Like that, he will have buyers from so many different states. One is from Tamil Nadu, one is from Maharashtra, one is from Andhra Pradesh. So like that, he cannot go and keep depositing different buyers tax on different buyers state revenue. So in order to avoid this particular difficulty, central government has made this as a single tax. Let me explain you first intrastate. Under intrastate, we will have two accounts. The particular GST will be recorded as CGST, that is Central Goods and Service Tax, and SGST or UTGST. See, in intrastate transaction, only one state is involved. So half of the tax I can, for example, if it is 18%, 9% I can give it to CGST, and remaining 9% I can give it to SGST, that is for only for Tamil Nadu government. That is in case if the state government is union territory like Pondicherry, Delhi, then you have to use UTGST. Okay. Now look at this. Here this is not possible. In interstate transaction, it is not possible. A seller cannot deposit SGST for each and every buyer's state. So in order to avoid that confusion, entire 18% will be given to central government in the name of IGST, that is Integrated Goods and Services Tax. This entire 18% seller, half of the thing he has to give it to central government, remaining half he has to give it to each state government. So which is a very difficult task for the seller. So the seller gives entire task. Government has made the seller to give the entire 18% to central government in the name of IGST. Now central government afterwards it will segregate the SGSTs of each buying states, and it will transfer their revenue to their respective account. So this is how it has been framed. So these are the different types of taxes. In case of intrastate transaction, since only one government is involved, that is only one state government is involved, half of the tax can be given to central government in the name of CGST, and remaining half can be given to that particular state government. If the state government is normal government, then it is SGST. If the particular state government is an union territory, then UTGST. That's it. In case of if buyer and seller are two different states, then seller will collect the tax and entirely he will deposit as IGST account. This particular IGST will be shared between central government and respective state governments with their share of revenue. These are the categories of GST. If you have any doubt, kindly rewind once or twice, you will be able to get it. If you want me to explain a particular thing, kindly let me know your doubts in the comment section. I will reply back to you. Or if you want me to teach any particular topic, that also you can put it in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, kindly leave it a like and consider subscribing. Thank you.